Hi, my name's Leanne Hill, aka Lala V, and today I'm going to show you how to make some homemade chalk paint and how to do the weathered wood effect technique. If you like my video, please sign up and subscribe and hit the bell. Thank you very much. Hope you enjoy the video. So I'm going to use an ocean scene. The seahorses are from Zuri. A piece of MDF board made to look like washboard. So I covered it with gesso and then I used sapphire blue Decor Traditions paint. So to make my chalk paint I've used a emulsion or latex paint. I didn't have any white, so I've used cream. Not the best. Then use calcium carbonate. It should be 4 parts paint, 1 part calcium carbonate, but I'm a bit of a rebel, so I just wing it. I've used it for quite some time now, so I guess I know the consistency of how it should be. If you feel it's too thick, just add some water to thin it down, or if it's not thick enough, obviously add some more powder. You can get the calcium carbonate from pharmacies, chemists. I don't recommend using any type of acrylic paint, satin, emulsion or latex paint. They've got a plastic ingredient inside them, which when you're trying to sand back, it's difficult because it's got like a hardened coating. So I've used a rough sandpaper and I've just rubbed it against the paint, pushing it back through the gesso, the chalk paint, through to the blue and then going through to the wood, so I've got more layers. Although it's MDF, I've kind of gone the same lines as if it was a piece of wood. So where I'm rubbing is all in one direction. Picking the areas that will be shown through the seahorse. As you see towards the end, I've covered most of it anyway. You can layer this up as many times as you like and go through as many layers as you like, so it looks like an even older piece of wood that over the years has been built up its layers of paint. So I've got a bag of broken jewellery that as their shells, but they've been dyed the exact same blue, which is lovely. I'm just playing around trying to get them in some sort of an order. So I'm using my Katie Sue moulds of the seashells. I've used hearty clay, and if you use watercolour on them, they absorb the watercolours and it looks absolutely fab. So I've used Lindy's on this, so I'm just checking it's the same colour Lindy that I used last time. And indeed it was. So I'm happy with that, so I can darken them as I go. Got a beautiful shimmer, it's Starburst Red Hot Poker. So one of the beads was blue with like speckled gold on it. So I've taken the inspiration from that to paint the seahorses blue. Then use the Lindy's, but to give it a kind of rusty feel at the same time. So I'm trying to match up the Lindy's with acrylic paint so that I can give the seahorses a base on top of the blue, because obviously the Lindy's won't go straight onto the blue, it wouldn't show. So I swatched the Lindy's on a piece of kitchen paper, and now I'm trying to mix the acrylic paint to match. I've used red ochre and pumpkin. So I want some of the blue showing through, so I don't want to be brushing it on. I'm just dabbing it on with a long brush. And while it's still wet, that's when I'll put the lindies on, and it should merge together. And don't forget to put your lids back on when you do your swatches. You get covered in lindies. So I mixed up some Hobbles from Hobblicious and put them in the paint. And to be honest, it looked a bit like doggy doo-doo when I finished. So I wasn't quite happy with them. So I sprinkled them with gold mica, and they were much better. So now the seahorse is dry, I'm going to use an old gold wax. I have no idea where I have had this from. I've had it for so long, probably over 10 years. I'm surprised it's still going. I did try to look, but I think it was a Hungarian company, DM or something. Anyway, any gold will do. And I've put it on quite thickly, which is not like me. I like to very gently brush and highlight, but I've put it on quite thick. I didn't want the orange to come through too much, and neither did I want the blue to come through too much. sat looking at it and thinking it needs something else. So I had some finished moss. I sprayed it with Cosmic Shimmer, Phil Martin, Graceful Blue. Tried it on for size and it's dyed my board. But it's going to get covered anyway, so I wasn't that worried. Using some heavy body gel. Just put it all in place. Found the pieces of finished moss were too big, so I just broke them down.